Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we're working on for you tonight. Governor John DeYoung blasts the senators in his State of the Territory address. Senator Positive Nelson reacts to the governor's speech. And happy birthday to Violet's Boutique. These stories and more are coming up next on News Channel 8. Our top story tonight, Governor John DeYoung gave his State of the Territory address last night, and the message was pretty bleak. Let's go to some of that address right now.
As it has become clear that the legislature has made its decision and new revenues will not be part of their solution. Accordingly, I shall act as I must, because all know that it is unlawful to issue checks that cannot be covered, and we will not break the law. On top of the 8% salary reduction and the dismissals which have already taken place, we must turn now to a narrower range of options, including more dismissals, shorter work weeks, additional school closures and classroom consolidations, shorter hours at senior centers, public health clinics, and recreational facilities. I have to consider all these options until we are out of this crisis and our revenues and expenditures are again back in balance. All of this because this legislature would not agree to spread the burden more widely across this community in what I believe would have been a much more fair and a just outcome.
Senate President Sen Russell reacted to the governor's speech last night.
The governor's speech was blaming mainly, and we don't need blaming right now. What we need to do is to come together and deal with like the Hovenza problem, the LIAC, crime, education, and healthcare. And I didn't hear anything about that explicitly. But let me say, first of all, the legislature took an 8% cut, so the governor was mistaken. The legislature used the money so that we could avoid people being laid off and terminated from the legislature. And every branch of government was supposed to deal with the 8% cut in their own way. Each branch is separate. So to say that we didn't take the 8% cut was erroneous. The legislature took the 8% cut, used the money to pay outstanding debts because our budget is actually closer to $23.5 million, and we took a cut to $19.8 million. In addition, I want to say that it is incorrect that the legislature didn't handle the borrowing. The legislature put a borrowing bill that's complete. We just didn't raise the gross receipt tax. And the legislature is not elected to go along with the governor, two different branches of government. So the speech was a blaming one. The legislature is not into blaming. The legislature will lead.
Well, one of the senators that the governor criticized last night was Senator Positive Nelson. And our own News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with him earlier today.
Thank you very much, Stacey. In a nutshell, the State of the Union Territory address by the governor, John DeYoung, was troublesome. That's pretty much the word is everyone's using. Here with Senator Positive Nelson. And Senator, boy, a lot of people are kind of feeling for the legislature and the senators. Y'all really got it last night. A whoop. I want to use those words. I mean, he just blamed the 29th legislature for a lot. More depressing news with Hovenza leaving. It seems like the same old song. Senator, everyone's anxiously waiting to hear you tonight after that some scathing remarks from the governor last night. What do you have to say in response?
Wes, thank you very much, and good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Yes, the governor did throw some blows last night, supposedly directing blame for our current economic condition on the legislature. I would just like to ask the people to be focused when they're talking about how we got here. This governor got authorization from the 29th legislature, not with my vote. I voted no, because I still did not agree and did not support. And as you see, what I predicted was accurate. We're right back to square one, but we're about $1 billion in debt caused by this governor. So when he says the blame is on the governor, on the legislature, I'm sitting there and I'm saying, well, how did he arrive at this? Because he had the money that he said he borrowed to keep people on, which is not a good plan in my view. He blamed the legislature. He blamed the private sector businesses. He told them to go ahead and absorb this additional increase in gross receipts. He blamed the unions and the workers, telling them, hey, listen, you should be able to work with less, do more with less. You should be able to do a 4-day week and survive and allow me to continue to engorge myself and my rich friends with monies. So he blamed everybody else except his mismanagement. I'm not going to sit here tonight and focus on the governor because I feel the governor is unable to continue to lead this territory, and I believe he needs to be recalled. So I'm not going to focus on the governor. I have no confidence in Governor John Percy DeYoung's ability to take us out of this financial crisis. I will tell the people, however, of the Virgin Islands, this is where we're at. Hovensa has closed. The government is laying off supposedly because we can't sustain payroll. And again, that's debatable because we don't get the accurate data in order to really make this with a level of certainty. However, with Hovensa, I believe that there are negotiations to take place, and Hovensa wants to be able to hold on to certain amenities, like certain tax credits and certain control over the channels. And it's up to us as government to negotiate that something is left on the tables in dollars. I would also pursue assistance from the federal government because the president has already stated any major manufacturing company leaving any jurisdiction, the federal government will lend a hand. So I will reach out to the federal government also, just like we would after a hurricane, because this is a financial hurricane.
And if there's anything good, Senator, in us bottoming out with Hovensa and WAPA problems with LEAC and, you know, the problems with you and the governor, it looks like right now we are all finally going to be on the same page where we need to work with each other. Are you getting that?
Let me clarify something. There's not a problem with myself and the governor. There's a problem with myself and the governor's actions and his strategy. I do not agree with his policies. I think they do not benefit the people of the Virgin Islands. I do not know him personally. We do not hang out and take drinks, so we don't have a problem. We don't cross paths except to do business. I respect his office, but I do not agree with his policies and his strategies.
Right now, people don't know if they're going to get a pink slip tomorrow or not. Everyone's walking around with that question mark over their head. What can you tell us this evening?
People of the Virgin Islands, I feel your anxiety. I feel your pain. I too am a victim of this same situation within my immediate family circle. So I'm fully aware of what you're feeling, the way what you might do to survive this blow that we're about to take. But I have to tell you, we are a resilient people. And we have to now use our innovation, our creative juices, to see how we can perhaps move towards some entrepreneurship. Some of us might require, and this is where education is going to be quite key and be part of the component to resurgence, is that some of us might require some additional training to move into new areas. But what we must not do is lay down and play dead. We have life. It's going to be hard. It's going to take some adapting and changing the way our lifestyles were, because we already started making changes, but we can get through this. My biggest concern is if the person we have as our chief leadership continues to waste our public resources and continues to add additional burden on us, how can we live?
Positive. That's how we live.
Yeah. Positive is how I live.
Yes, sir.
But just know that self-preservation is the bottom line. And people do not want to be hungry in the streets, Governor.
All right. Senator Positive Nelson, thank you very much for this interview. Under the 8, we only reserve it for special discussions. Stacy, back to you in the newsroom. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. Meanwhile, it could be possible that VI schools and classrooms could be consolidated in the future. News Channel 8's Wes Small is with Representative Bettina LaRocque of the American Federation of Teachers.
Thank you very much, Stacy. I'm here with Bettina LaRocque. Ms. LaRocque is the AFT Legislative
Committee Chairperson.
I always get kind of tripped up on that. Well, we all know that the governor gave a State of the Territory address, and in his words, and I guess everyone's words, it was troubling. The school teachers have a plan of action. Ms. LaRocque is going to talk about a town hall meeting. Normally, of course, we would have Mr. Howell here, but he's still in St. Thomas trying to make his way back. Kind of depressing last night about the State of the Territory, but you have a message for your fellow teachers out there, at least in the St. Croix district?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Wes, we're going to have a town hall meeting, and it's scheduled for February 22nd. It's going to be at 5:30 at the John H. Woodson Junior High School in the auditorium. We have invited the senators already. They got their invitations on January 20th, and we have a whole item here that we want them to come prepared to discuss. And some of the things that we want them to discuss is to please tell us their plan of action for 2012. We want them to give us some more information about the dismissal of government employees, the community impact based on the closure of the Hovensa refinery, violent crimes that are taking place here in the islands, their parameters for legislative and executive spending, their views on territorial CFO, and their position on a line item budget, the alternative energy update, and position on election reform. I mean, it's a packed agenda, but they have it. They need to prepare to come to discuss it, and we're asking the community to come out as usual to support. It's not only for AFT members. Our AFT members, of course, will be there in numbers. We're also asking for the community to come out and represent, to come with their questions to the senators in terms of their plan of action as it relates to these issues.
So everyone is invited.
Yes, and we also invite the senators from St. Thomas, the senator at large. All of the senators are invited. They have to RSVP their intent to attend the town hall meeting. Some have done that already, and others we haven't heard anything yet. So we're watching and we're waiting to see.
All right, and the media is invited.
Yes, the media is invited. We are hoping this is going to be our second town hall meeting. The first town hall meeting, we had at least 200 individuals there, and it was very productive. We got some information, and where we talked about here the alternative energy update, Senator Sanders at that meeting spoke about some things that he have been working on, and perhaps he could provide us with an update to some more information, because we know with Hovensa refinery being closed down, what's happening with the WAPA situation. So all of these things are relative.
All right, and the governor, is he invited?
Well, we did not send out any invitation to the governor. We heard his State of the Territory address last night, and it was very informative. Some of the information was positive. However, there was a lot of things that were negative. We're just looking in terms of what's going to happen to education. We represent the children. We are concerned about what's taking place with us as the individuals who work daily with these children, because up to now we do not know the impact that it's going to have on us as the educators and the one involved working daily with our students, you know.
This town hall meeting, when?
It's going to be at February 22nd at 5:30.
Very important. Let's hope for the best, and please attend that town hall meeting. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks again, Wes. And Violette's Boutique turns 50, coming right up after the break. We'll be right back. It was a long time coming. A man who was born in Vieques 85 years ago has been honored recently. Let's take a look.
And it said, "Dear Don Basilio, it is for me an immense pleasure to extend you special greetings and my most sincere wishes on your 85th birthday, which was January 5th. May our Celestial Father bless you with health and prosperity during this 2012 year and all the future years to come. May you always be embraced by the peace and the love of our Jesus Christ and his protection, so that you can continue to be an example of how we Viequenses are humble, respectful people in Vieques, as well as in our sister island of St. Croix, Virgin Island. I hope I will meet you and greet you personally someday. And I want to express to you my pride. I am very, very proud of you, that you are part of our little island home, Vieques. Take care, and may God bless you always. With all my love, Honorable Evelyn Delerme Camacho, Mayor of Vieques.
Honorable Mayor of Vieques, Honorable Evelyn Delerme de Camacho. I am honored to get from you this letter. Remember me and giving me more strength to go ahead doing things for in the places I can do it. I am still continue being a Viequense. I love Vieques. I love all of you. I do not have the opportunity yet to tell you hello, to shake your hand, to give you a kiss, to give you a hug. But believe me that will happen before 1 or 2 months. I'll be there in Vieques, and I hope to see you. And one thing I want to tell you, I say it in Spanish already. I had never had the opportunity during my childhood to be in Vieques City Hall upstairs. But that is what I'm going to tell you. When I get there, I would like you to give me a tour around the City Hall of Vieques, because that is one of my dreams, that I can see that place before I die. Thank you very much for your kindness, your effort to reach to me this beautiful letter. I always be honored to remember you. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayors of Vieques.
That's wonderful. Now let's look at Christiansted. Violet's Boutique, which has been a staple in the community, celebrates a very important anniversary. Here's Wes Small with the details.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. Wow, we're at Violette's, and you know, I got to tell you, this is my old stomping ground here with Christine Hilty, the owner of Violette's. 50 years. What is this, like a silver or?
This is gold.
This is gold, baby. Hey, congratulations. You know, wow. With Hovenza pulling out, doo-dah, I know we're tired of hearing that. But sweetheart, congratulations to you. This place brings back a lot of good memories for me, Christine. I can't believe that it has been 50 years that you've been serving the Virgin Islands with fine perfume. Just, can you smell that there? That smells so good. Christine, congratulations,
Thank
Mama.
you so much. And it's more my mother. I mean, I grew up here too. I was a child coming into Violette's Boutique, and we're just so happy to be here. We're happy to be celebrating 50 years, and we just thank all of St. Croix for supporting us over the years.
They've never turned their backs on you or their wallets or their purses, because you've always kept prices down and you always got deals for people. And this Thursday, you're going to have an open house. And
We're
you
having
want to
an
say
open
thank
house.
you.
We want to say thank you to all of St. Croix. We want everybody to come out. We're going to have music. We're going to have champagne, wine, hors d'oeuvres. We're going to have a cash bar. And we just want to celebrate with everybody our 50 years.
Beautiful. I just want the camera to pan to see these wonderful people out here as they shop there. Look, they've got customized things. Say hi. Say, let's do it right now. How about this? Happy birthday to you. Come on in here. Come on. We'll give you some cake Thursday. Happy birthday to you. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I'll break the TV set. I know you want to thank your family and your staff for sticking by you. And
Absolutely. I am so grateful to my staff. I'm so grateful to my family for being here, for supporting me, for helping me and my mother get to where we are today.
You're sweet. Can we get your project coordinator in here? What are they doing? These girls at Violette's kill me. They're like, hi, Wes. Then when we put the red light on, they all scared to death. I want to say, this is the project coordinator. Your name is?
Yes, Megan David.
Megan, well, how do you feel to be, a part of this 50th anniversary in the big open house? What time on Thursday?
It's between 5 and 8 p.m.
Happy
We're going to have
hour.
live music,
Yeah.
champagne, hors d'oeuvres. Everybody please come. We're very excited to celebrate.
You've worked hard for this, haven't
I
you?
have worked very hard, yes.
And she's got the sparkle on her face
I
to
probably
prove
do.
it. Either that or you're just getting off work from another club.
No!
Keep it clean. It's a family show.
Exactly.
So what kind of 50th anniversary specials are we talking about when people come by and things like that?
We're going to have things on sale at up to 50% off.
Oh.
So we want people to come out to shop and just have a great evening with us.
Chris, happy birthday to you. Happy 50th anniversary to Violette. Megan, I know you're working hard as project coordinator. Y'all should be very proud. Come on down. We'll see you here. Happy hour. I'll be here 5 o'clock, and that's Thursday at Violette's. Happy 50th. We're golden. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Congratulations, Violettes. And the musical, The Color Purple, will debut right here on St. Croix this Friday, February 3rd, at the Caribbean Community Theater in Golden Rock. And our very own West the Best has a special part in the play, so you must go see it. For ticket information, please call 778-1983, and we'll be right back. And it's time to Zumba. Yes, Mondays and Wednesdays in Frederiksted. You have a chance to relieve some stress and have fun while exercising. Here's the details.
Hi. As most of you know, my name is Evelyn Peña Felix. I work here at Fort Frederick Museum under the Department of Planning and Natural Resources. And we come to you today because we want to bring you some information with reference to fitness for Frederiksted. We are having some classes at Fort Frederick Museum on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And we want to talk a little bit with the instructor. Her name is Rose Aponte Torres, that she's here with me. How many classes of Zumba are you presently doing?
Presently with these two, I'm doing 9 classes a week.
Wow, that's a lot of classes. Where are you doing classes?
I'm teaching at Beeston Hill 4 days a week. I'm teaching also at Crucian Dance Center. I'm teaching at Interchanges, and now these 2 classes that are going to start today.
Okay, so what got you motivated to bring Zumba to St. Croix?
First of all, I started doing it myself as a fitness, and I got so addicted to it, so hooked up, that I decided to get certified and bring the happiness of Zumba to all the people in St. Croix.
So how long have you been doing Zumba?
I've been doing it for 5 months.
Oh.
Teaching for 5 months. I've been doing it for a little bit longer than that.
Okay. So do I have to be a professional dancer to do Zumba?
No, you don't have to be a professional dancer. You don't even have to know how to dance. Just follow the steps. They're really, really easy, basic steps. If you know how to dance, will be better, but you don't have to know how to dance. It's just have fun, sweat a little bit, it's a stress relief, and it brings, all the happiness that you're missing if you're stressed. It's just, it's gonna make you forget all that stressful stuff. And now it's a good thing because all the things that are happening this day on the island is it's kind of a stress relief for all these people that can take Zumba.
So what you're talking about is a relief, a form of release. Now you're talking about a lot of joy and happiness, but talk to me about fitness, losing weight. Does it work for losing weight?
It does work. Actually, you can lose 1,000 calories on an hour of Zumba, and that's how long my class is an hour long.